to come up. Sean, Cass, and Mare, Trinity Infinity, doing our thing. Let's start this off right. I'm going to read a prayer from Art Psalms by Alex Gray, the artist of Cosm, Chapel of Sacred Mirrors. This one's called Artist's Prayer. Creator of the universe, how infinite and astonishing are your worlds. Thank you for your sacred art and sustaining presence. Divine imagination, forgive my blindness. Open all my eyes. Reveal the light of truth. Let original beauty guide my every stroke. Universal creativity, flow through me. From my heart, through my mind, to my hand. Infuse my work with spirit to feed the hungry souls. Yeah. Thursday. It's like, well, we almost made it. We almost made it to the fucking freakend.
Yeah.
Thursday's actually kind of, to me, in a weird way, more fun than Friday.
I love Thursdays.
Thursday's fucking great.
Jupiter's Day, growth, expansion, fantasy realms, terraforming fantasy realms.
Yeah, terraforming fantasy realms. I feel like, is that what our life is right now?
All of it is. And I want to do, we didn't do the hum, but we're going to do it.
Okay,
Fast and loose always. It's always going to be different. That way it keeps it exciting for you guys. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, but we do. We need to, it's a good way to ground us.
Yeah. Sean, do you want to lead this time?
Yeah, we're going to do 3
You're going to do 3?
Yeah, it's going to be good. It's Thursday. We
Day of
made
expansion.
it. We're going to take some deep breaths and do some ohms that really like fucking start in your belly button and end with the tip of your lips vibrating together. Sound good together.
Those are some interesting harmonies.
Those were some interesting harmonies.
I didn't go up. I don't know.
I loved it.
Just holds it down.
I forgot we were like raising the vibration here. I was like, I'm going to just stay down in the bass.
Yeah, your natural range.
Yeah.
I'm a bass man myself.
Yeah, totally.
Bass Master General, Cass.
Next, Barry White.
What do you mean, Wolfman Cass?
Wolfman
Yeah.
Cass.
Oh man, we haven't even introduced her as Wolfman Cass yet. You've been pretty Wolfman this week though already in these episodes. So
bust the camera out.
Yep.
Fangs come out.
Yeah.
Yo, I loved that art psalm.
Yeah, you dig that?
Yeah, I know. I really always appreciate Alex's work and words. What he was saying about please forgive me. You know what I mean? That's something I really bring into Thursdays. It's like, please forgive me for all the stuff that didn't happen before now, But I made it through the week. And honestly, when I look back, it was a pretty fucking awesome week.
Incredible.
And, because the thing is, as you go through your week and as you make it to a Thursday, stuff reprioritizes. You have a Monday where you think like, this is my priority, and then you got to let life like knock you around and respond. And that's kind of what it feels like for me being on a Thursday. Feels like I'm like, all right, this is a chance to like set the stage for an epic weekend, take care of some business that I wanted to maybe accomplish this week and feel all right.
Feeling all right.
Yeah, I think of Jupiter as this great benefic force, but in sometimes an uncomfortable way, because it is leveling up, and expansion and growth can be a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I think between the three of us, we're obviously pretty all addicted to some level of discomfort, because we're all addicted to growth and expansion in a way,
Yeah, and the two go hand in hand. And sometimes it's funny because I can be a little brat about it. Like, I feel our life expanding, growing, and literally just like getting better on the day to day. And I'll have a morning like today where I wake up when I'm like feeling like a fucking little bitch. You know, it's like, what the fuck is that? Like, what is that,
Well,
like,
'cause you're-
little itch you get to be like, no, be a brat. And it's like, our life is, it's expanding, our love's expanding, but there are uncomfortable aspects to it. You know, there's some real ass fucking uncomfortable aspects to it that aren't pretty, that have to do with my fucking judgment and my self-judgment and clinging to fucking comforts that, like, really just no longer apply to the current situation.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I'm saying about we're in Thursday. Like, look at your week, forgive yourself, and like show up. You know what I mean? Like to show up and be like, okay, I think that's like the expansion that we're doing right now is like saying like, let's do this come up show. Let's expand. Let's see how something grows, because then it can grow naturally. Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of us right now are in this holding an egg stage, and so I want to talk a little bit about like how to crack your egg open.
Okay.
Yeah, what is it to get to the next level? What do you want to do this week as a challenge to sort of take that next step up the staircase?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if creativity isn't part of the challenge, I'm not sure, because I mean, the way we set up this episode this morning is like, what is how can you like let creativity spirit flow through you and be an instrument of that, right? And but you kind of have to put yourself in a position of like showing up. You know, if you are kind of like always doing your comforts, you're never going to put yourself in the position where you're like, yo, I'm sitting in front of this pad and it's blank and I got to do something, right?
Yeah, and I think with Jupiter being in Aquarius and playing Saturn's game, there's a lot of this, like, how do we create a structure, a Saturnian structure for us to be creative in, for things to thrive in? Because we don't just need the creative waters, right? We need the boat to traverse the waters and the wind to catch our sails.
Yeah.
And, how do you create your own space, you know?
Mare, do you have an idea of like what a challenge maybe we could partake in today would be, you know?
Yeah, I think sharing something this week, sharing something you've created. And I know that's rather broad stroke and ambiguous, but I'll probably get more specific about it. You don't want me to get more specific about it, but I will.
Yeah. I know what you mean. That's a big one, is when you can get to the point where you're like, okay, cool, I'm putting this out. I'm giving myself a deadline. I'm faking it till I make it here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, to just get some mirrors on your stuff, to just get some other eyeballs, because I can't see the eye, and that's something I have to tell myself every day. You know?
Yeah, and it's you can feel it even if you don't maybe get the response you were expecting or whatever. It's like once you put it out there, you can feel the energy. You're like a tapped in person, so you can kind of even feel your response to it, and it's just such a powerful thing. And that's what I've loved about having the Discord community, which if you're not part of, we should join. And
Patreon.com/Church of Chill.
Yeah, man, it's like, it's been such a beautiful place. Like when someone else shares art that they did, however simple or complicated, I'm like, God, I got to get out there. Like I got to do something, you know?
Yeah.
And it's been a really cool to expand those relationships, like where it's not just Sean and Mare holding me accountable. It's like a larger world that I want to co-create with, you know?
And it's a completion of a circuit. When you put something out, like as an artist, I think that there's when you're working on something, you think you're gonna finish it when you put your final stroke on it or put the last period on it or whatever. But really, it's not finished until the audience completes that circuit and they start imbuing it with meaning beyond anything that you could have even thought of to put into that thing.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I think that's why it's not done yet. So like, listen to Mare, challenge yourself. Put out the thing, put out the song, put out the iPad sketch, the fucking...
Share a link to in the description here.
Yeah,
share
the poem, the
a
hymn,
poem,
the prayer, anything you want to create.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think it's a really good way to move energy, and it's a really good way for me, at least, to not take any one of these ideas too seriously. If there's a flow of the energy and the art and the ideas, I'm not going to get caught up on any of it too much. I'm not going to be as susceptible to ideologies, including my own. It's a way of loosening things, and I don't know. I'm always looking for excuses not to take myself as seriously, because I think we're in a society where it's like, take your fucking self seriously, establish yourself, individuate yourself. It's like
establishment.
Yeah, establishment.
Establishment. Yeah.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah. that really has been the Earth, Saturn, Jupiter conjunction for the past 200 years has been establishment.
Really?
I mean, yeah.
And now
is
it shifting?
And now in air, it's interesting to think about how does air structure? How do we map air? That's kind of what we're all thinking about. Yeah. How do we create creative space without ground?
Well, it's a lot more fun.
It's a lot more fun. It's a lot more being a chaos magician, and I think we're all getting used to more of that. More chaos in the pot.
Yeah. Yeah.
More things to choose from.
Yeah, I'm seeing how kind of different even, I mean, this is in my head, but I feel like different astrological signs are kind of relating to like us stepping into an air sign of Aquarius differently, and I was kind of excited for one of my friends who is super airy and kind of thinking like, yo, this might be a really good transition for you, man. Like you haven't done well in the establishment world, like it's been rough for you. Like maybe that like, this is going to be the wind in your sails and I'm going to fucking probably have some tough time because I'm like maybe more of an earth person. And so being up in this realm where we're not using language, the things that make me feel comfortable, I'm having to learn to like get my wings a little bit and fly with you angelic fuckers.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. We're earning our wings. We're definitely earning them.
One day at a time, man.
Yeah. One puff at a time.
One puff at a time.
Yeah, Jupiter. Putting something out this week. I think we'll probably choose a day every week to share something that people share with us as well.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
What a good idea.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, so keep the, we'll probably have a good place for it, but for now it's the Discord.
Yeah. And
share stuff.
I think for me, it's really like I remind myself when I put stuff out there, you're talking about things being finished. And I actually tell myself things are never finished, especially with music. It's like I can get so stuck on like, what is the perfect version of this song, the perfect orchestration, the perfect arrangement. And the reality is I need to put out some version of it in process to get feedback so that the next version of it, the next milestone can be birthed. We're all in these solidarity chambers right now in our households, not getting feedback as artists. And I don't really know anyone that can be their own producer and artist at the same time. No. And we're all kind of doing that on different micro levels in our lives. Yeah. So even if stuff's in process, like, you love it. You love when you see artist stuff in process. So if your song isn't totally finished or your piece of art is just mid, don't hesitate to put that out as well. Yeah. Because you never know how people will evolve the creation of it.
Well, in a way where you're like, it's never finished. In another sense, it's always finished.
Yeah. Yeah. Both of those things. Totally. Both of those things. This is that are true. That's very Gemini mind. That's very much like our karma right now in the like intellectual airscape is this like both sides of these coins, The ending of duality almost.
Especially in bigger on-takings for projects, like building yourself in like little mini victories, little mini finishes is really, I don't know, for me necessary. Like when we're making a movie, we're like, wow, the art project that was the casting of this film is done now.
Yeah.
And now the art project that will be the gathering of the support staff for it will be the next thing.
We were talking about that with our relationship too. Like you never have the same stage of a relationship again. So you better take advantage of each stage, even if like you can have the beginning stage be secret. Like why not take advantage of having like a secret relationship with someone before you can't, because you're never going to have the opportunity again.
You were super aware of that. Yeah. That was really cool of you, because you're like, wait a second, this is actually fucking like kind of sexy, weird vibe that we have going into that is going to go away the second people know what we're up to.
Exactly.
So let's dance in this for a little bit, and let's like dance in this one. And let it change and not cling.
And not cling.
Keep it wild, man.
Keep it wild. Cool. Is that enough for this episode? Is it, have we given people enough to?
I think we actually went
bear the day.
I think we went further, man.
Cool. Yeah. I want people to listen to this show in the morning and look back at the end of the day with like some synchronicities and a smile on their face, and wanting to maybe sit down and create something themselves. Like I think it could become a thing. This is our first week of doing it, but we can definitely get into the place where we're showing off people's art and having people call in and just having all kinds of fun.
How appropriate on Jupiter's Day are we talking about expanding and the creative, co-creative, collaborative properties?
Yeah, the infinity squared. We'll eventually have those episodes.
Yeah, when Noah joins us. Yeah, totally.
Dope.
Well, it's the Come Up. Sean, Cass, and Mare, Trinity Infinity. Thanks for joining us. Chill.
Love you.
Love you.